Hi everybody, Big Red here. We're back with a very special Warhammer 30,000, a Horus Heresy battle report. We have two 1,500 point forces today, and I'm going to kind of give you a setup of the game, and more importantly, we have a very cool board with all kinds of neat special rules. We're going to explain it to you guys first because we haven't actually told the players yet. So we want you guys to know kind of what's going on even before they do. So without further ado, let's take it to the table. All right, BoLS fans, we are back, and in the middle of the Heresy, we have a very cool, as you can see here, I'm giving you kind of the full overhead of the whole table here. We have a desert world. We're going to have two forces. They are going to be in conflict over this mysterious abandoned military research station. Let's see if I can use all the tropes at the same time. And what we have going on here is, as you can see, we have this section of the table has a whole bunch of ruins. And these, by the way, let me just give our shout outs really quick here. We're using our Table War Fat Mat. It is beautiful for our desert table, as you can tell. We have Mantic terrain over on this side of the table, and then we have Games Workshop trench system and Aquila Strong Point over there. So, with that out of the way, okay, so what's going on this board? So, first things first, all of these buildings over here, the Aquila Strong Point, this is all impassable. They can't go into this. It's just there for fun. They can crawl all over it. We do have trench lines. All of these trench lines and being up here on the tops of these buildings is going to give all these guys cover. We have these four areas here. These are difficult and dangerous terrain. So quicksand, radiation fields, whatever you want them to be. They're going to be nasty. They're out there in the open on purpose. We have an mysterious abandoned Arvis lighter. And then over here we have what was an Aquila strong point with the missiles. So, and then this kind of trench system. So who knows, was it a mining facility? Was it a military base? Who knows? All that's important is that you'll notice, hey, wait, there's warheads. Wait, I wonder if there's 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inside the Arvis lighter. So we have 6 objectives. The way these objectives is going to work is those are going to be objectives. We'll talk about scoring and all of that later when they're actually playing, but those are going to be the 6 objectives for this mission. How these objectives work is anytime someone, an infantry model comes into contact with them, you roll a d6. On a 1, it explodes, and the model who touched it is removed from play with no exceptions whatsoever. So watch out on a 2 through 6. It doesn't explode. You can and at that point you can carry them with you. And starting at the start of turn 4, we will roll, and among any of these surviving warheads that are left on the table, and we will discover which one is the important one with the active warhead, and that one will be worth double victory points compared to any of the other of the other ones, which do still count, but they won't count as much. So that is what they're going to be playing for. In addition to, that's going to be just an additional layered mission on top of everything else they're going to be playing for. And that is what we got. We will talk to you guys as soon as they play up, as soon as the players show up and everything is set up.
Hey folks, welcome to another Bell Lost Souls battle report and a battlefield of the Heresy. I'm playing Alpha Legion versus Bully Mike here using Larry's Death Guard. I am fielding all the models I have painted, so that's the basic rationale behind that choice. And we've got a funky mission, we've got an Aquila Strong Point, we've got a bunch of warhead objectives that are going to blow up or something. So yeah, enjoy.
Alright, I'm Bully Mike. I'll be facing Chris's Alpha Legion with Larry's Death Guard. I brought just a kind of a solid squat force like I imagine the Death Guard is. Tough, but I'm a little worried about the deployment because the Alpha Legion are very sneaky and we're able to infiltrate near my positions. I'm looking over at the board right now thinking, okay, I have to run away from some really nasty stuff that he has positioned near my main forces. So excited about this battle. Loving the environment here. Pretty stark, and ready to get it on. Let's go. All right, here's what we got for the Death Guard. We got 5 attack bikes with multi-meltas, tactical squad, 10 guys, sergeant with artificer armor and a scythe, power scythe. We have a praetor with an iron halo, a power fist, He's got digital lasers and Terminator armor. He's along with 4 Death Shroud Terminators. So they've got the hand flamer, the Kim weapon hand flamers, and the power scythes. I have a tactical support squad, 5 guys with plasma guns, and another tactical squad with 10 guys, same loadout for the sergeant. So that is all I've got. Over here we got some Alpha Legion. Really just perched to jump right into my crap here, so I may just abandon this objective and take off. Chris, what do you got?
All right, so I'll go down my army. In reserve, I have a Saboteur outflanking with a jump pack and a Kami Melta and Artificer armor, and a combat augment array for that 1x6. I have a tactical squad with a sergeant with a Kami Melta. I have 5 Terminators here with assorted power weapons and all Kami Meltas. I have a Legion Praevian with 2 Castellax with Darkfire cannons, and he has a Power Fist and Artificer armor. And then over here, infiltrating, I have Atalan Score with Pride of the Legion as my army-wide rule, and then I have 10 Headhunters with a Sergeant with a Power Fist, and then 5 more Terminators just with Power Axes over there, using the Phoenix Guard models.
And are you gonna seize?
Let's see, I have Strategic Genius, so I do not have 5 or 6. No!
All right, we'll be back at the bottom of 1.
All right, well, it wasn't that cool of me, but honestly, I would have just gotten slaughtered if I even left 1 unit to handle these dudes, or if I think even if I massed everybody over there, they would have handled me pretty good. So I just drove away from them and let them have those warheads and going to scrap it up with the robots, and looks like some Terminators and some tactical squad. I managed to kill 3 with some multi-meltas. And they failed their cover saves, but I didn't check leadership with them.
I did.
Did, and they passed?
Yep.
And are those guys, I was curious, are those the Cataphract armor? Or are they
Cataphract armor with Kami Meltas.
Cool. That is it. It's on to the
First Alpha Legion.
Alpha Legion turn, yep. All right, so end of Alpha Legion turn 1. What happened, Chris?
So I did advanced the Tactical Marines a little bit, ran back with the Terminators a little bit. Over there, everyone advanced and ran to try and catch up with your scaredy ass. And then over here, the Castellax fired their Darkfire cannons and took 2 hull points off of the Land Raider.
Awesome. And then we're about to see if the warheads blow up on you.
Yep, I got 2 warheads here, so we're going to go left one, does not blow up, and the right one does not blow up.
Excellent.
Exciting.
All right, so you've got 2 objectives. And one of them might be worth 2. On the 4th turn, we're going to roll a dice, a d6, to figure out which of these warheads will be worth extra. Yeah, the good one. And we'll see you at the bottom, the end of the Death Guard 2nd turn. Decent turn for the Death Guard, shooting, seeing as how I shot my whole army at 2 different things. Over here, the tax shot at the Terminators did nothing. Rhino took some shots at the robots, did nothing. The attack bikes here basically just lit up the tactical squad. I think killed about 6, maybe 5 or 6. Just 2 guys left in that tac squad. Over here in the middle, these guys jumped out and took some shots at the robots. Finished off 1 robot, and then did a wound to the controller, and also did a wound to the last robot. No overheats with the plasmas. That was pretty sweet. And other than that, I think that was the end of it. So we'll see at the bottom of 2nd. All right, Death Guard addendum, and my 2nd turn. This guy's about to pick up his warhead and see if he disappears and blows himself up.
Oh, he does! He blows up!
He does. So that warhead is gone, and so is he. He got hurt lockered. See you at the bottom of 2nd.
All right, Alpha Legion turn 2. Start out on this side of the battlefield. First off, the Saboteur came in over here, and he used his sabotage attack on the Land Raider. And then he used his Combi Melta on the Land Raider, and even though he wasn't in half range, he used his Combat Augment Array to make his penetrating roll a 6 to do the last glancing hit I needed to destroy the Land Raider. Then back in the corner, the Tactical Marines ran and hid inside this building. Over here, the robots shot and killed 1 Marine and then attempted to charge, but I rolled Snake Eyes, so complete whiff there. And then right here, the Cataphracti ran in and charged and killed the Plasma Support Squad. And in my catching up reserves forces, the Terminators are carrying the warheads with them, but didn't make it very far through difficult. And the Headhunters shot and put a wound on a Death Guard grave, or death trap.
So the Death Guard finished off the robots, the Legion robots, with some shooting, and the Death Shroud, Terminators, and the Praetor jumped up on the building to occupy that spot. Hopefully screen away the Terminators. Rhinos formed a little wall here. They tried to shoot the robots, didn't really do anything. The main thing that shot the robots up was the melta guns, of course, and I believe some Legion bolters. Other than that, I'm about to try to get 2 warheads from the Argus Lighter over here. Seize the compound pretty effectively. There are 2 little holdout Alpha Legion bros in here. That's the way Alpha Legion likes it. At some point they'll come out with Death Guard suits on and pretend to be part of my army. Okay, let's see. No ones. 2s and up. You blew it all up! You blew it up, you bastards! I got one warhead. Another one killed this guy with a crazy mutated face, so burnt his face off. And so now I only hold 1. Chris still has 2 with the Alpha Legion over here that, you know, we're just peaceful as all get out. And so hopefully mine will be worth 2, because otherwise I'm pretty screwed here. But we're going to continue to find it out. Hopefully we'll have a little Terminator battle. We'll see what Chris decides to do at the bottom of the 3rd.
All right, Alpha Legion, bottom of turn 3. Not a whole lot of exciting stuff, or I thought it was exciting, but apparently the Terminator's armor didn't think it was exciting because they passed all their saves. So we had Tactical Marine shooting into the Death Shroud, had 5 Melty Guns shooting into the Death Shroud, they passed all their cover saves. We had Headhunters shooting into Death Shroud, they passed all their armor saves. I had my commander break away from the Headhunters and go after this last warhead back here. I imagine next turn he will probably blow himself up. That's what I'm hoping for. And then over here, the Saboteur charged a Rhino and then threw his Melta Bomb up into the sky, and it was never seen again. The end.
Rhinos lives. All right, the Death Guard over here did Fury of the Legion, and Sacre Bleu, the Saboteur, was eliminated with just 2 rounds of shooting. That's pretty good. Over here, the Terminators put, I think, 2 wounds on the last 2 guys that had jumped up to shoot at them with their Chem Flamers, and they failed exactly 2 saves, so they're not there anymore either. A squad of Death Guard attack Marines jumped in the Rhino over here. The attack bikes came over here, used their Melta Guns to kill 3 Terminators. They fled and dropped both of the warheads that they were carrying, including the one that's worth 2. You'll see his Headhunters, though, are in prime position to recover those sacred objects. But that was a pretty good turn for Death Guard. As pretty much the best that I could wish for. I still have a lot of work to do, I think, to try to come back. But we'll see at the bottom of 4.
All right, Alpha Legion, bottom of turn 4. My Terminator squad kept fleeing, so they ran back and have gone to back there.
And that all happened because the sergeant died.
Yeah, I rolled 9s, and they would have a 9, but the sergeant's dead. So then my Headhunters retook the warheads, and then they took and shot and killed a couple attack bikes with their Bane Strike ammo. And then over here with the Cataphractis, I tried to make a multi-charge against both Rhinos, but I was only able to make contact with one, and I dispatched it forthwith. So now we're going to go to... Oh, and of course, end of the turn.
Live roll.
Atelon Score, my Warlord, on the last warhead. Yay, he's not dead.
Safe. So the Alpha Legion are currently ahead by, I believe they've got 4 versus my 1, because I'm apparently not as good as handling ordnance than the Alpha Legion is, or they already knew the save codes way ahead of time.
We knew which ones were the good ones.
Exactly. So we are going into the top of the 5th. All right, Death Guard on the counterattack, more or less, trying to scrape out any kind of when the guys holding the warhead jumped in their car, and they're going to try to get the behind enemy lines extra point there. The Terminators jumped into combat after doing some chem flamers with no effect into his cataphract Terminators. Basically, the Praetor issued a challenge. He accepted with his Thunderhammer. So I was able to eliminate his squad, but in trade, he killed my Praetor. So
Slay the Warlord!
We've got 3 Death Shroud Terminators that only have 1 wound left each. They rolled to consolidate a 1, which since they're intractable because they're Death Guard, that means -1, so they are just staying in place. So sweet special roll there, intractable. That's great. The attack bikes and attack squad moved up, did some shooting into the headhunters, and I think did 5-ish wounds, 4 or 5 wounds. Didn't manage to make them drop or flee any warheads or take off running. These guys are still on the run. We'll see what happens with them next turn. It's looking a little iffy, but it's better than it was about 2 turns ago. So we'll see what happens at the bottom of 5.
Alpha Legion turn 5, bottom of turn 5, coming at you. We got the headhunters here. They ran up and they shot and they charged the tactical marines. And the tactical marines, they failed the morale check because I killed so many of those jackasses that they were running, and then they rolled higher than me and they got away, and they only ran 3 inches, so they're still right there. And I consolidated 6 inches, so I'm over yonder here. These guys still failed their morale check. They're still running. 9, 3 times in a row. The end.
See if the game goes on a 3 or better. It keeps going. It does not.
Game over.
Game over. So the Alpha Legion have 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. They have killed a warlord for 5 points, and they have First Blood for 6 points. I've got Vanguard Strike for 1, plus my warhead is 2. So 6-2, Alpha Legion succeeded in capturing enough explosive warheads.
In not rolling 1s.
That is correct, yeah. Death Guard,
Like failed.
future reference, Death Guard not very good at handling explosives. They seem tough, but they actually know. They go down like punks. Great game and a lot of fun shooting and assaulting. I hope you enjoyed it.
Peace out!
See you next time.